revolutionized the home selling process, offering solutions for every situation.
No hassles, no fees or commissions, and no repairs. Leave what you want, and we take care of the rest.
Call now or visit sellersadvantage.com.
The Barnes Firm. Injury attorneys. Call 1-800-8-million.
My home, my sister's home, my mother's home, my business, my artwork, everything that I've worked so hard for is gone.
Now at 5, generations of history gone in Altadena. The plea coming from inside the community to make sure wildfire survivors can return to their neighborhoods.
Then victims of the LA wildfires are finding comfort from other survivors of natural disasters. It's not only giving them comfort, it's also giving them a new mission. Plus,
this is an unprecedented natural disaster, and it warrants an unprecedented response.
Mayor Karen Bass lays out her plan on how to rebuild after these fires and who will lead it. The news at 5 begins right now.
This is NBC4 News at 5.
Top story here at 5 o'clock today. A chief recovery officer appointed by Mayor Karen Bass announced today. He has been tasked with overseeing the city's rebuilding plans. Good evening once again, everyone. I'm Colleen Williams.
And I'm Michael Brownlee. You're looking at aerials from News Chopper 4 of what used to be Christmas Tree Lane there in Altadena. Meanwhile, more areas surrounding the Palisades fire reopened today at noon for residents only. Firefighters are taking advantage of cooler temperatures and higher humidity. And today, the DWP restored power to more than 4,000 users of parts of Encino, Bel Air, and Brentwood. And the DA's office has just charged 8 more people in the fire zones with crimes like arson, looting, and impersonating firefighters.
Mayor Bass spoke this afternoon. NBC4's Amber Frias joins us live with more on her comments and the new appointment here. Amber.
Colleen, Michael, Mayor Karen Bass appointed Steve Soveroff as the person who will be leading the effort to rebuild communities impacted by the fires. Now, we do want to disclose that Steve Soveroff is the father of NBC correspondent Jacob Soveroff.
We're going to tell them in the next week what they can start doing tomorrow to go to B and then to C. And people will be able to get the plans, permits. The equipment will be ready for them, and they can start building their houses.
Steve Soveroff is a real estate developer and longtime city leader. Soveroff is credited for being the force behind the development of the Staples Center and the Playa Vista community. During today's news conference, he said he was ready with a plan to start rebuilding, but did not share any details of how he would make it all happen. Now, the city did lay out a 90-day plan of action, which includes working with emergency agencies to develop a clear and defined protocol to allow people to safely access their homes, implementing the mayor's first executive order for debris removal and streamlined rebuilding approvals, creating a detailed plan to rebuild and open parks and libraries, and creating an all-solutions-in system to share resources in areas including debris removal and rebuilding and long-term economic recovery. Now, this announcement comes 10 days after the Palisades fire ignited, destroying more than 3,500 homes and buildings.
As our army of firefighters kills these fires and withdraws, we will be moving in with an army of builders, like the people and equipment that you see here. This is an unprecedented natural disaster, and it warrants an unprecedented response.
Now, Mayor Bass issued an executive order on Monday that aims to speed up the rebuilding process. And today she said she plans on issuing more directives next week. Live in Brentwood, Amber Frias, NBC4 News.
Survivors of both fires vowed to rebuild, and for residents of Altadena who lost their homes, it will definitely be a long, expensive process.
Yeah, and that rebuilding, they say, must be fair and equitable, especially in the historically black and diverse community of Altadena. NBC4's McCullum Medina, they're live in Pasadena with details for us. Mac.
Well, Michael, Colleen, you said it right. They want to come back. They want to rebuild. But let me show you what they're going to come back to. This is one of the homes of a woman we talked to today, 80-year-old Faye Austin. The home is gone. She has been in a shelter ever since, trying to maneuver the recovery process and worries what could be next for her.